So hi FlossTube, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Sunday, December 27th at approximately 4:40 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm coming to you today kind of sitting in my craft room, or not my craft room, I'm sitting in my sunroom in my stitching spot. So you can see there's our dining room, and I'm in the room with all the windows looking out into my backyard. My dog Rose is there on her bed, and you can see it has snowed out here. We actually had a white Christmas this year, first time in probably 10 years that we've had a white Christmas here in Ohio, and the snow is just starting to melt. You're not going to be able to see off in the distance way over there, but there's some dark clouds coming in. It looks like it's going to rain. We're supposed to get rain later this week, but it actually looks like it might rain. It might actually snow. I don't know. But I'm in the sunroom with my kind of end of the year and 2020 plans, or 2021 plans video for you today. And just giving you an update. Hi. I have my laptop in here with me, as you can see. And hi. And just kind of shooting the video from the sunroom today, so I hope you like the new location. I don't know how often I'll be doing this because, well, my partner that I'd like to include in my videos doesn't yet feel comfortable being on my channel just yet. It's my mom. That is her stitching spot right over there in that gray chair. You can see her tables and stuff. This is my floor frame. This is a Grip It floor frame that I have modified myself to be able to take Q snaps and scroll frames and hoops and stuff. And yeah, this is my stitchy spot. I'd really like to spend most of my days here in this stitchy spot, but alas, Monday through Friday, normally 9 to 5:30 or so, I have to work. As much as I'd really like to not have to. But anyway, this is where I come to stitch on weekends and kind of hang out and relax. So without further ado, I'm actually going to transfer you over to my laptop camera so I can get into my kind of my stitchy update and my 2021 plans, because I have a stack of stuff right here for you. It's my stack right there, and just some stuff to show you. And down here are my whips that I have that I'm kind of actively working on. Sorry about moving the camera around, but anyway, just kind of wanted to give you an idea of you're not going to be able to see it really well, but yeah. So let me see if I can turn the camera angle around and not stop recording. So there we go. Yeah, so this is my sunroom that you can see from my stitchy chair. And there's my floor stand with my current project. That is a Heaven and Earth Designs. It's the Enchanted Christmas reindeer from Donna Gelsinger. But anyway, so you can see we have 3 walls of windows. There's my neighbor's house. And our backyard. If you see way back there, that building that's way back there, our yard goes all the way back there beyond our red shed. And then our other neighbor's house is over there with the fence on the outside. And then we have a back patio. But we're in the sunroom. And then there is the kitchen and the dining room. Don't mind the mess, but there is our kitchen and our dining room. So, and this is going to be where I record. So, hi. I'm recording with you today. Probably just going to leave it in this light, but you can see we've definitely had some snow the last few days. I think we had about 4 to 5 inches maybe overnight Christmas Eve. But yeah, so this is my stitchy spot, and this is where I would really love to spend all day long sitting in here, because there's just so much natural light. But anyway, so I will go ahead and finish this video up and move over to my laptop. All right, so hi again. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye. So hi out there again. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. It is Sunday, December 27th. And this is my last 4 days of work for the 2020 year. As you know, this coming Friday is New Year's Day, January 1st, 2021. So I have a lot of fun things to do. I'm going to turn on this light and see if maybe it'll make it a little brighter. There we go. So it's just my overhead light. I'm in my Stitchy spot in the sunroom, and you can kind of see it's white behind me. It's starting to turn dusk. It's probably going to get dark by the time I'm finished with this video, but anyway, you can kind of see my sunroom. You saw the view as I panned around the sunroom. This is my Stitchy spot. This is where I prefer to stitch, but I don't always get to. Sometimes I just sit here and watch TV, or I'll dig out my Nintendo Switch and play. If you'd like to swap friend codes, just let me know. This is my Animal Crossing Switch, so I'm just really happy. I've been playing Animal Crossing most, but there's I got some Nintendo eShop cards for Christmas, so I'm hoping to get a few new games, and I'm looking for recommendations. But yeah, if you'd like to swap friend codes, just let me know. I will be talking about an Animal Crossing stitch along that is starting in January that I'm really, really excited about, and I hope that if you've heard about it, that you're joining in. I have some stuff to show you on that. I hope it's in here. But anyway, I kind of showed you like my stack of books and stuff, and it's just jumbled. I just decided to record in here today for something different. So anyway, my name is Tina. I am in Columbus, Ohio, which is in the center of the state of Ohio in the United States. If you're new to my channel, this is my channel about cross-stitching and crafts and diamond painting and ghost hunting and whatever other hobbies and stuff that I choose to talk about, and just some life updates and stuff thrown in there. I have my high school sweatshirt on. I got this last summer in 2019 when I was out in California helping my mom. And after my stepdad passed away, my 30-year class reunion happened last summer, and I actually happened to be out in California for it. So I went and I got to go visit my high school. I haven't been to my high school in many years, and there were a lot of changes and stuff, so I got to go visit and wander around. One of my actual high school classmates is now the vice principal, so he took me on the grand tour of the school, and we just kind of hung out for the afternoon. That was a lot of fun. He was our class president my senior year. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to just kind of hang out and, chat with him and just kind of remember the old days in the school and how the school's changed. And it was great. So this is my high school sweatshirt. Our colors back when I was going there are brown and gold. I think they've changed them to black and gold. But yeah, so this is my high school sweatshirt. It's kind of warmed up today. It was chilly on Christmas Day. It was only in the 20s or maybe the upper teens. It was really cold. But yesterday and today it warmed up a little bit. So I've just kind of been hanging out in my sweatshirt, just kind of staying warm and stuff like that. So we're winding down from the Christmas holiday. I had all of last week off, so Mom and I got to hang around and do some stuff. My husband had Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off, so he got to hang around and do some stuff with us. And then, of course, we had Christmas Eve and Christmas. I'll have to include some videos of our luminaries that we put out on Christmas Eve. So this video is going to be a little bit long. But anyway, if you're new to my channel, again, this is my channel about cross-stitch and crafts, ghost hunting, diamond painting, and just some of the other stuff that I'm involved in. I hope you find something useful here, and I hope that you can you come back. If you've come back, if this is not your first time watching, welcome back. Thank you for coming back and stopping by. I hope you get something useful out of this and get some inspiration for some projects for 2021. We have about a week left to get everything set up and go. And yeah, so if you're a subscriber, thank you very much for subscribing. And And thank you for coming back. Again, I hope this video inspires you to maybe pick up some new projects and to start some new things in 2021. I have a lot to talk about for my stitching plans. So in my video today, I'm going to talk about stitching plans. I'm going to talk about, show a little bit of progress. I made some progress on a couple of little things. I haven't been stitching a whole lot, but like the one on my frame right here, this project here, I have a little bit, about 120, 130 stitches that I put in it. I haven't worked on it most of the year since I started it early in 2020. And there's just some other things that I got going on and some changes that I'm making for 2021 over 2020 to kind of relax and not feel so pressured to get things done and to work on a bunch of stuff, because I have a lot of stuff going. I figured out I probably have close to 50 works in progress, if not more. And it's a little daunting if you think about it. But yeah, I'm not the one with the most, though. I know there's been somebody out there that has over 180. So I told my husband I needed to catch up, when I found that out. And he's looking at me, he's like, no, you don't. You need to finish some of the stuff you have because you have too many. I don't have too many. I have a lot, but I don't have too many. My mom is cute. She's a fairly new stitcher. She hasn't stitched very much at all. She crochets and knits more than she stitches, but since she's been here and since we moved into the house together earlier this year, she's been cross-stitching up a storm. And most of her stuff is from kits. She buys a lot of kits from Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, wherever she can find them. And so she's been stitching up a lot. She's also been diamond painting, so got her some diamond painting things for Christmas. Couldn't really find any kits that I liked for her for stitching, but she's been stitching up a fiend, and she's having fun with it, so it's pretty cool. I'm kind of encouraging her to have 2 or 3 whips going at a time, and it's kind of freaking her out because she likes to finish things. Well, that's fine, but yeah, every once in a while she'll see me. She's like, wait a minute, I think she just pulled something new out. What are you working on now? And so she'll come over and she goes, oh, that one's really pretty. I haven't seen that one. It's like, I have about 40 or 50 more that you probably haven't seen, Mom. And she, her eyes bug out. And it's really cute. So my mom and I have kind of different views on, on, the best thing to do for stitching projects. So, all right. So I'm going to jump in. So as you know, we are wrapping up 2020. I've had a lot of stuff going on this year. So as you know, the pandemic, we started work from home on March 17th. I've been working from home since March 17th. March 18th was my birthday. And all the restaurants that I could go celebrate with my friends on my birthday closed down the 15th because of the pandemic. So yeah, I never got to celebrate my birthday this year. So that was kind of a big letdown. I still haven't celebrated my birthday, and I'm looking forward to hopefully this March at least being able to get together with a very small group of my friends because I turned 50 in March. So 2021 is going to be a special year for me because I do turn 50. So I like keeping a paper planner. I've been using the Passion Planner. You can find this at passionplanner.com. I've been using these since they were kickstarted probably about 5 or 6 years ago, and I really like it. It's a nice book for me, and I do kind of memory planning. I use washi tape and fill out my months and color code them, and so this is for June 2020, and it's rainbows for Pride Month. Stuff like that. Just different things. I have different trackers in my thing for stitching. So you can see these are all the different challenges that I was involved in and what I worked on that week. So this particular week, you can see how many minutes I stitched. I was trying to track how many minutes I stitched each night of the week. And, you know, I'm also trying to keep track of my projects. So in the back of the book, they have these blank pages. And some of the things that I kept track of in the back of my planner. This listing here was some of the projects that I purchased during the year, which included like the Winter Geisha by Joan Elliott. I purchased that in April. The Colorful Cat Family by Kitty and Me Designs. I purchased that in April because I was going to do the colorful style. The Erica Michaels Purberry. It came in the Cross My Heart quarantine box that I got in the summertime. Let's see. I started Where's Waldo Epic Pokemon. That came out in June. It was free. Carolyn Manning Designs Aquamarine. I started that in November. And I also purchased Kringles. This is just some of the things that I've purchased. One of the other things I track in my journal, these are the projects. I had intended to keep track of every single project I worked on for 2021 or 2020. And these are the projects I started out with. So you can see here, I have the month, I have the project, the designer, when I started it, the approximate date. Some of these were started like here. This one is the Amid Amish Life. I started it pre-2020. I don't have the date, the exact date, so I just put pre-2020. And then I just kind of marked like when I worked on it. You can see I haven't filled in everything. I'm still a little behind on that, so I'm going to have to go back through and kind of wrap up my stitching progress for 2020 in my planner. But this kind of gives you an idea of some of the things I was tracking in my planner. So I have another page of more WIPs that I worked on this year. These are just some of the WIPs that I worked on. So I have 2 pages of that. And then, you know, I've been in the WIPGO. Those of you that have been stitching very much and on Facebook a lot may know that Jessie Marie Does Stuff, who is another YouTuber who is very popular. She is pregnant. And 2 or 3 years ago, she started this thing called WIPGO, where she created a bingo board for 24 of the projects that she wanted to see progress on. And every month, including the free space in the middle to make 25. So every month she would randomly choose 2 squares. So the squares were numbered 1 through 25. So she would put in a random number generator, the numbers 1 to 25, and pick 2 squares to come up for the month. And those were the projects that she would focus on. She had a specific goal in mind. And once she completed that goal, she could block out that square. Her goal was to take her bingo card and completely fill it out. Well, this was my 2020 WIPGO bingo card. There's lots of different things on here. I had a couple of different diamond painting things and stuff. Well, I'm doing this again for 2021, except my goals are a little less demanding. For this WIPGO board, you can see here my goal for each square was 1,000 stitches unless otherwise noted. So I had certain goals for different projects in here. Some of the projects I had included was Needles Dance, the Heaven and Earth Designs Hunter's Moon by Allison Spokes, Tiny Modernist Secret Slave Society, Thomas Kincaid Stonehearth Hutch. And so you can see I kind of color coded it for the months that they were called. And there's only 4 squares that I got filled in. I got this square filled in, I got this square filled in, I got this square filled in, and I got this square filled in. There may be 1 or 2 more squares on the board that I was able to complete. Because you don't have to necessarily complete them once they're called. You can complete them anytime during the year. But say if, you know, you're on this square and it was called, say, in February, you can mark that it was called. That's why these boxes are outlined in various colors. It just denotes what month they were called in. But if you've already completed it, once it's called, you can fill it in. But like for this one, I completed it after the fact. And then once I complete the goal for that year, I can fill in the box. Everybody has different goals. Usually if you get a bingo, which is any row, column, or diagonal filled in, you can give yourself a reward. Some people do new starts. I didn't have any rewards. I just kind of wanted to see what I can get done. So I got 4 things done this year on my WIPGO board. Like I was joking with everybody else, you know, kind of like with the pandemic, the wheels fell off my WIPGO bus. So yeah, pandemic kind of changed a lot of things this year. But anyway, so I will be getting into my new planner and my WIPGO 2021 goals, which are quite a bit different than they were in 2020. I have some kind of more generic items as opposed to picking a specific whip for a box. I've also included a couple of diamond painting things like I did on 2020's board. So I get to, you know, kind of change it up a little bit. I also have been tracking diamond painting. These are some of the diamond paintings that I purchased and worked on or kitted up this year. So I have a diamond painting tracker in here. My husband and I are board gamers. We like to play board games. And we used to belong to the Columbus Area Board Game Society here in town that used to meet 4 times a month on the first and third Friday and the second and fourth Saturday. Well, for the last couple of years, I've had a play 10 games 10 times in a year tracker. And I have 3 games on here. And as you can see, it kind of didn't happen. I think we played Ticket to Ride 3 times, Bunny Kingdom once or twice, and haven't played Robo Rally. My husband and I need to start teaching my mom some of these games. So I'm planning on putting another 10 by 10 board game challenge tracker in my 2021 planner, but I don't have it. Anyway, so I keep talking about my 2021 planner. Here is my 2021 passion planner. This was, I unwrapped this from under the tree on Christmas. I had my husband put this under the tree for me. So as you can see, I've already got January's kind of filled in, color coded. I use washi tape and markers and fine line felt tip pens and stuff like that. And then because the January 1st date is this coming Friday, I'm actually starting in my new planner for this week starting tomorrow. So this is Monday's start. So I will be actually working in my new planner starting tomorrow with the with everything. And this is just kind of how I do it. You know, I kind of pick a washi tape that kind of goes with a theme. This week's washi tape is snowflakes, silvery snowflakes. So I use a similar color blue with markers and, you know, stuff like that, and stamps. I have little clear stamps and stuff like that I can put in. I've put in stickers, but yeah. So I have this week kind of ready to go. And some of the trackers that I have put in there this month, I know this is, so one of the other things that's kind of been going on since late 2019 for me is, I'm going through the change. So I have a tracker in here. You probably don't want to see that, but I have a tracker in here for that, because I kind of need to see, you know, like what's going on. So anyway, hi, hon.
Hi.
So my husband just came up from downstairs. So he's gonna hang out for a little while. So one of the things, I'm gonna go ahead and just give me a second to kind of cover this up. But anyway, so one of the trackers I have is the Year in Pixels. I'd like to do this, I think, as a mood tracker. Just kind of track how I feel for the day. I haven't actually set up my legend yet to do that. This is a full year kind of outlook. I haven't decided if I'm going to use this for Facebook challenges, what I'm working on for that particular day, maybe books I'm reading. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. Yeah, my birthdays and stuff are in the monthly tabs in the front of the book. I already have my birthdays written in. So far, February is just penciled in. You can see I've penciled in some stuff in there. And then the next page is my 2021 WIPGO board. So as you can see, I have it all marked out. Jessie Marie does stuff. She has drawn January's numbers. She will be, her plan is to draw the next two numbers on the 27th of every month. So the two numbers came out this morning. January's numbers are 6. She called the free space number 13. So the month that she calls number 13, or that she randomly generates number 13, she calls a third box. So January, we already have the free space, which is why it's already marked in for me. But technically, it doesn't count until January 1st. But so for me, my January plan for WIPGO is 500 stitches or 1,000 tent stitches, which are half stitches, on a seasonal or holiday themed piece. So I'm probably going to do winter, something winter. I might do the Enchanted Christmas reindeer. That's probably going to be the easiest thing because I already have it up. I kind of want to get a little bit of progress on that. And then square number 18 is Tiny Modernist Words to Live By. My goal in that one is to finish a square. So you know that Tiny Modernist Words to Live By has the motif in the middle and then several motivational quote squares all the way around the border, all the way around the big square in the middle. So my goal is to finish a square. So I'm probably going to finish the first one that came out besides the big part in the middle. That was, I think, January 2019. I think is when that one came out. It was either 2018 or 2019. So I'm going to finish that first motivational quote on Tiny Modernist. I've got a chunk to do, but I think it should be doable in the month. So far for January 2021 on WIPGO, I will be focusing on a seasonal or holiday themed piece and Tiny Modernist Words to Live By. All right. So now we're going to get into so the other thing in my planner too, one last thing to show you. So I also have put in here the WIP tracker for 2021. And as you can see, I put in Tiny Modernist Words to Live By already. And you can see that I've indicated here, sorry, these are just some planner stickers that I have. I've indicated here that it's for WIPGO. And I highlighted this other box down here too to indicate that it's for WIPGO. So in any given month, I will put how many stitches for the entire month I have in there. And if it's WIPGO or if it's a SAL or maybe what challenge what challenge group I used it for, I will try and also kind of designate that in there. For my weeklies, as I showed you in my other planner, I had taken the space over here to keep track of the projects and the challenges that I worked on. I'm probably going to do the same type of thing this year for 2021, but I don't know if I'm going to use the daily spaces just to keep track of the project and how many stitches or how many hours I worked on it, or if I'm going to do another like grid tracker. Huh?
You okay?
Yeah. Why? No. But anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything over here for tracking my projects or not, and I haven't 100% decided. I do have some ideas in mind, but yeah. So that is that. So as you can see, I am pretty much ready to go for WIPGO 2021. You can find information on WIPGO by going to the WIPGO 2020 Facebook group. The name of it will probably be changed to WIPGO 2021 by Jessie Marie Does Stuff, probably rather soon, I'm guessing. So I will put the link to the WIPGO 2020 Facebook group, and hopefully the name will change so you can still find it. She also has a really good video on December that she recorded. Jessie Marie Does Stuff on YouTube. She recorded December 5th about 2021 WIPGO, because she is making some changes to 2021 WIPGO, and she is adding some stuff. And I've already put it in here. So I also have, this is kind of my stitching little notebook. In my notebook, I have in the front are the annual challenges that I'm participating in. Like, here's the list for No New Starts 2021. I am not doing No New Starts 2021 because I plan on starting a bunch of stuff. Then here is Stay Home and Finish Your Whips, Sal. That was for 2020. Cross Stitch Frog Busters 2 Week Tuesdays. And then here is another version, another copy of my 2021 WIPGO board. So you can see I have some notes here about changes that are coming for WIPGO. So her December 5th video from Jessie Marie Does Stuff, she explains the WIPGO 2021 changes that she's making. And there is a PDF in the WIPGO 2020 Facebook group. There is a file in the files section of the Facebook group where you can download a template to fill in your WIPGO board. You can hand draw it, you can fill it in, you can just write a list, whatever. It's, you know, just as long as they're numbered 1 through 25 and you know when those numbers are called what you're working on. So one of the changes that she's doing for 2021, by the way, if you choose to join the WIPGO 2020 Facebook group or 2021 Facebook group, if she changes the name before then, be prepared that you have to answer a couple of questions in order to join the group. A lot of people are doing that. It just kind of helps, you know, keep people from spamming groups and stuff like that. So one of the things she's doing is each month she is having WIPGO weekends. So the first WIPGO weekend in 2021 is January 8th through the 10th. So what's going to happen on those weekends is there's going to be one each month, and it's going to be on the second full weekend of the month. So the first one's January 8th through 10th. You post your project for the month in the event, and it's only cross stitch. You post your start for the weekend, and then you post your goal, and then you post your finish by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday night. So you post your start on Friday, and then you post your progress by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. And you're going to get entries. So you earn points for entries in the drawings. So if you participate in all 12 WIPGO weekends for the entire year, you get 15 entries. If you post a finish, you get 5 additional entries. So you get to participate and you get entries. And then she's going to have a drawing for rewards near the end of the year. So that's going to be exciting and something else to participate in. So there is WIPGO weekends for 2021. The first one is January 8th through 10th. So there is that. I have some other challenges that are coming on. A new Facebook group started, the Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group. This is a group of stitchers that are stitching for stitching out of magazines, projects out of magazines. So they have different focuses for each month. They basically have a theme focus for each month, and then they have an acrostic. And for the acrostic, you can kind of pick any project. It doesn't have to be out of a magazine. But the theme, they'd kind of like you to stick to magazine projects. And the whole goal with the group is to work on magazine projects. That's why it's called the Magazine Monthly Challenge. And so January's, they only have listed through August because they were only going to make it a year. It started in September. And January is a new year. So February is love. March is Carolyn's birthday pick, and she picks blue. April is April showers. May is May flowers. June is summer. July is Christmas in July. And August is Robin's birthday pick. Birds. So those are some of the themes coming up for Magazine Monthly Challenge in 2021. I'm hoping to participate in that because I have some magazine projects that I'd like to finish stitching or like to get some progress on. These are just some School of Magical Stitches challenges that were for this year. And that's another different thing. Let's see. And that's for the Crystal Academy. So as far as the Crystal Academy goes, they are still taking signups. The new session for Crystal Academy is starting sometime in February. So they will be doing sorting and everything for that. You can go to the Facebook group and you should be able to answer the questions and get in the group and kind of figure out how the group works. It's a challenge group. So basically they give you some prompts every week and you have to work on those prompts by picking a specific stitching thing for the prompt and work on it. And then you get points, or you learn the spells, or you complete your homework for the week or whatever. And then they have like scrimmages and stuff like that where the dorms kind of get pitted up against each other, and just stuff like that. So Crystal Academy, one of the things that I'm doing this year, I was trying to be real active in Crystal Academy because it was new. It was a new group that just got started in 2020 this year. And I was sorted into the lamprey dorm, which are vampire eels or something like that, blood-sucking eels. And I was trying to participate a lot in that. And it was sucking up a lot of time. And I got part of the way through the term and realized that I wasn't enjoying it. And I wasn't enjoying completing the stitching for it because I just felt I couldn't give as much time and as much effort into helping my dorm out as I thought the dorm deserved. So at the end of the term, I finished up as strong as I could. And I reached out to the headmistresses in the group to see what to do about kind of backing off for the next term, maybe the next year, maybe just forever, and just kind of working at my own pace when I can and when I felt like it. So hopefully for Crystal Academy, I will find out soon what my position in the school is going to be. All right. So then in my folder here, I also have these monthly tabs. So as I alluded to, the magazine monthly challenge group, they have a monthly theme and a monthly acrostic that they publish. I don't know yet if they have January out. If you give me just a second, I can check on that. Hold on just a minute, please. Whoops. Sorry about that, you guys. All right. Bear with me here. Oops. I go here. Magazine monthly challenge. There we go. Files. Okay, so the January worksheet is up for Magazine Monthly Challenge, and the Magazine Monthly Challenge theme is New Year, and the January acrostic is Affirm, AFFIRM. So that's kind of interesting. I can go ahead and print that. Yep. So the January acrostic is Affirm, and the theme is New Year. All right. They also have a bingo pop-up challenge. Let me pull that up. The bingo pop-up challenge. let's see, what is that? Bingo pop-up challenge. So, the bingo pop-up challenge is a bingo board with different squares, 25 squares. It's another bingo board. So you have a magazine new start separate from your January theme or acrostic, your oldest whip, your largest whip, your smallest whip, your whip or new start with words, newest whip, whip or new start that is out of season, whip or new start of your choice, whip you dread, whip that needs frogging or that you have frogged. So yeah. Let's go into events for the January Bingo Pop-Up Challenge. What you will win. $10 gift cards. There's 2 winners. Multiple entries allowed, but only one can win. Blackout, 1-year digital or paper subscription to Just Cross Stitch magazine. If you already have a subscription, you'll receive a $20 gift card to a cross stitch shop of your choice. Set up, print the blank bingo card. Enter the prompts in any order on your card and start planning. Create an album in the event. To be eligible, each album should contain a bingo card, completed bingo card, and starting and ending points of each project. Albums must be completed with the starting and ending photo. Drawing will be held the weekend of February 5th. So this is for the month of February. All squares are 1 hour or 100 stitches to complete, so that's very doable. Projects do not have to be from a magazine unless noted. You can use the same project for multiple squares as long as you meet the stitching requirement for each square, 1 hour or 100 stitches. If you finish a project before the square is called, or if you finish a project before the time stitch limit, you may sub in a new project. You will need to show the completed project in your album. So this is a bingo challenge for the stuff. So I'm actually going to print that out too. Magazine monthly, a bingo challenge. So they're doing the bingo challenge in January. I'm most likely going to participate in that. And yeah. Okay. Let's see. January Bingo Pop-Up Challenge. So that is the other event that's going on in the magazine monthly cross stitch challenge group. Those of you that have also been watching my videos the last couple of months know that sometime in 2020 I was bumped out of the Sane Stitchers Facebook challenge group, and I got back in sometime in late November, early December. And so I have my list. This is just a generic list of the Sane Stitchers challenges that they've announced so far. So coming up in January, the one that I'm going to probably play in is Nerdapalooza, that I'm going to participate in, rather. Nerdapalooza, you post a start and finish pick. And for Nerdapalooza, it's your favorite nerdy project. So in January, the Cunning Cross Stitch Facebook group, we are starting, there's two stitch-alongs starting. One of them starts January 1st. There's no border out now for it, but it starts January 1st. It's the Magic Kingdom stitch-along, and that is through Cunning Cross Stitch. Cunning Cross Stitch is also doing an Animal Crossing stitch-along that starts around the 15th of January. The frame for the Animal Crossing stitch-along is out now. I haven't started it yet, but that is one of the projects that I'm planning on working on. So you've seen it before. So here is the Animal Crossing stitch-along frame. So you can see January is this box right here. We don't know yet what it's going to be, but it comes out January 15th. And here is my lovely, lovely fabric. It's really washed out now. But yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it any better in this light. Nope, that's kind of really yellow. But it's a green and yellow. So I will turn this back on. It's a green and yellow, and yeah, so I'm ready to go on that. I just have to serge the edges of my fabric and get started on the frame so I can move over and prepare for January's box. So I will most likely be working on this for Semi-Sane Nerdapalooza starting in January. So they have WIP days coming up. WIP days, January 1st is the Polar Bear Plunge Day, something with bears. Wood days, January 5th is Project with Birds, because it's Bird Day. January 9th is the Word Nerd Day, something with words or books. January 20th is Penguin Awareness Day, something with penguins. And then they're having the January Focus Challenge in January, one focus project. Post project, pick every 1,000 stitches with a code that they give you. And then they have the Semi-Sane Snowball Fight. I don't know if I'll participate in the snowball fight because you have to actively, stitch to build snowballs, and then if you get hit, you have to stitch to dry off. So I don't know if I'll participate in that one. But for Semi-Sane Stitchers, if you join the group, you need to have somebody recommend you to the group, and you need to tell what what challenges you're going to participate in. To kind of stay active. You have to do 2 challenges, I believe, in 3 months in order to remain active. So I didn't do that in 2020, which is why I was bumped from the group. I think they look at 4 or 5 months of your activity to see where you're at. If you haven't participated, you're out of the group. So I'm hoping not to get bumped. So in February, they're doing Stitchopoly. Basically, you have a Monopoly board and you roll some dice, you move those spaces, and you stitch the cost of the square. And there's 3 different things that 3 different ways that you can participate. You can do Sane, which is non-counting. You can do Traditional, which you do those stitches for the cost on the board. And then there's Insane, crazy, weird, out of your mind. Where you do some insane challenges to get a lot of progress done. But basically, you're moving around the Monopoly board. That's happening in February. That's one of the things I'm planning on. So some of the other things coming up, they have March Focus. They're doing WIP days every month. They pick a couple of different holidays in the month to stitch specific projects for. They have focus challenges every month, it looks like. A spring cleaning challenge in February. They're doing Go Fish in April. Master Stash in March. Ancient History in May. Music Mania in June. Bingo in July. Semi-Sane Survivor in August. September, they're doing Stitch Mungie. So it's I think it's Jumanji. Something like that anyway. So then in October, they're doing, Trick or Treat Camp Horror. I'm guessing it's going to be some sort of horror-themed cross-stitching challenge. Movie Mania in November. Semi-Sane Dodgeball is also in November. That's a very popular one for people to participate in because you're playing dodgeball against the other stitchers and stuff like that. So you have different penalty stitches that you have to stitch if you get hit with a ball and that kind of thing. And then in December, they're doing Stitching Posada, 9 days. It's a 9-day, each of the 9 days of Posada, which is a holiday in December. They're doing whip wranglers, which is determined by the roll of the dice and determines what whip you work on. There's just different things going on in Sane Stitchers. So I have my annual list. This is going to go in my notebook for that. Full coverage Fanatics. There's several different things going on. So full coverage Fanatics, one of their things is they take the last two digits of the year and they multiply that by 1,000. So it's in 2021, it's 21,000 stitches in 2021. So you pick one focus project. Usually, since it's full coverage Fanatics, it's going to be like heaven and earth design and stuff. And your goal is to stitch 21,000 stitches on that project in the year 2021. So that is one of the monthly challenges that they're doing. They're also doing one called Stitch Around Iceland. It starts January 1st. So basically you have the distance in kilometers, and you stitch the distance. So easy is times 10. You stitch the distance times 10. So the first thing from Keflavik to the Blue Lagoon is 24 kilometers. So easy, you would stitch 240 stitches. Hard, you would stitch 480 stitches. And crazy, you would stitch 2,400 stitches. So easy is times 10, is the kilometer distance times 10. Hard is the kilometer distance times 20. And crazy is the kilometer distance times 100. So if I participate in the Stitch Around Iceland for full coverage Fanatics for 2021, I'm probably going to do a combination between easy and hard. And I believe between every leg you can switch your project. So that would be kind of nice. They're also doing the bookshelf challenge. 141,180 stitches total if you complete all 3 books worth of stitches for 12 months. So each month has a list of books for the month. So January's is Little Women, The Great Gatsby, and Pride and Prejudice. Which is kind of interesting because the Stitching Book Club, one of the books for the Stitching Book Club, actually all three of those books, Little Women, The Great Gatsby, and the Pride and Prejudice are in the Stitching Book Club's books for 2021 as well. They'll be doing, I think, four or 6. The last one at the end of the year is going to be The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So if you're interested in reading books and stitching up a kind of a themed stitch along for the books and joining in a book discussion, join the Stitching Book Club. But anyway, Full Coverage Fanatics, they're doing the bookshelf challenge. And basically, so the listing here tells you how many total stitches you have to do for the pages in the book. And then they also list the number of stitches per day that you have to get done in order to complete it. So you see Pride and Prejudice, like I might only do one of them. You don't have to do all 3, but there's different things that you can get for finishing all 3 or at least finishing 1 in each month. So they have the different months listed. So January's is the classics. February is romance. March is mysteries. April is children's books. May is nonfiction. June is historical fiction. July is fantasy. August is chick lit. September is science fiction. October is young adult. November is biography. December is travel. So that's probably something that I'm going to be working on for Full Coverage Fanatics if I don't do that. So in January, they're doing bingo as well. So everybody's doing bingo in January. Bingo's, I guess January's bingo month. So in Full Coverage Fanatics bingo, let's see. So let me remove all my little sticky notes. So this is the bingo board for Full Coverage Fanatics bingo. You can see they've created a bingo board. There's several different prompts. Your goal is 1,000 stitches to match each prompt, or 2,000 penalty stitches if you do not have a project to match the prompt. So I believe they're going to call a number, or they're going to call a number or a square, on the board and you stitch that prompt. So you have like dragons, some kind of celebration, holiday, wedding, fireworks, something that flies like an airplane, a dragon with wings, or butterflies. One of the other squares is mittens, scarves, hats, or sweaters. A project with the least amount of stitches, either that you have left or total least amount of stitches. Maybe it's a small, but keep in mind the goal is 1,000 stitches to match each prompt, or 2,000 penalty stitches. One of the squares is evergreen trees. So basically you have all these different prompts and they'll probably pick one, you stitch it, and if you can complete it, you get a bingo. They're also doing the Wheel of Fortune seasonal words in May. So you have the words for the counting option. You basically keep track. You count. You have to do a certain number of stitches for each letter in the Wheel of Fortune seasonal words. And we have seasonal words, Northern Hemisphere words, and Southern Hemisphere words. So those are for full coverage fanatics. There's a lot of stuff going on with that. I don't know yet what I'm going to participate in, but there's also the 24 hours of cross stitch. Let me see if they've released that. The lady that came up with the 24 hours of cross stitch, she has released the 2021 24 hours of cross stitch planner, where you can get the all of the monthly acrostics and everything from her Etsy store. You can order the digital planner, and it will give you all of the yearly 2021 acrostics. Let's see. Yep, the January acrostic for 2021 has not been released yet to the Facebook group, but if you have the planner, you can get the 24 hours of cross stitch acrostic. Should hopefully be released, I'm guessing, on the 30th or 31st, so you can get your projects planned out for that. I don't have any information about what January is going to be. I do not have the 24 hours of cross stitch planner. I had thought about possibly purchasing it, but I have not yet. But if you do, you have access to all of the 12 acrostics for 2021 already if you purchase the planner. It's a download that you can find on Etsy, and you can go, you can go to the 24 hours of cross stitch website. So, that being said, let's see. This is the notebook that I was using to kind of keep track of different challenge groups and everything that I was involved in the different prompts for each week and kind of what I choose to work on and stuff. So you can see there's just random notes that I have about it. So I also put down notes about 2021 upcoming Facebook challenges. So I already talked about Full Coverage Fanatics. I also talked about WIPGO 2021. So Vanna Pfeiffer, who you all know as the Twisted Stitcher here on YouTube, she created a new Facebook group because she wanted to start working on MLI's Santa of the Forest. And she decided to turn it into a big stitch along. So she created the big BAP, big ass project Christmas stitch along Facebook group. And you can work on any large Christmas project, be it MLI, whatever large Christmas project. Everybody's just posting status of that. So I joined that because I am working on Santa of the Forest, which is what she's also working on. And you know that I was working on the beard, the white and the beard. So hopefully I'll be able to get more of that done by working on that. So along with cutting cross stitch, one of the other nerdy cross stitches that is starting up January 1st. And it'll be released the first of every month throughout the year. So from January to December. It's called the Pixsal, Pixsal. Pixel 2021, and it's Nintendo Entertainment System, NES, video game themed. So the frame came out in early December, and it is a Tetris frame, and it outlines the whole thing. So in January, the bottom right hand corner of the actual first part of the style comes out January 1st, and it's an homage. The whole piece is an homage to NES games. So if you're kind of nerdy and geeky like I am, I'm planning on starting that. So sometime this week, I will be getting started on my Animal Crossing that you saw the fabric for, and also my what's that one? Yep. And also my Pixel, which no, that was last month, and I actually have to get rid of some of my stuff in here and get ready to stitch for January. But anyway, so Pixel is starting January 1st, and it is the homage to video games, Nintendo Entertainment System video games. I talked about Sane Stitchers. School of Magical Stitches, they're getting back into actual competitive challenges. And they're also reading the Percy Jackson book series. I'm not really interested in Percy Jackson books. I kind of thumbed through a few of them in the last month or two, and it's just not something I'm into. So I'm probably just going to be kind of poking at School of Magical Stitches challenges this year, just kind of poking here and there and maybe doing a few. I don't know how active I'm going to be really in the group, but they did also ask us to create a WIP album for 2021. So I did create my WIP album, and I did my WIP list. So in the back of my notebook here, I went through all my projects, and I created my WIP list. So these are the current WIPs. Currently in my normal projects, I have 26, which includes the Victorian Christmas Eve and Silver Creek Sampler Sing a Sampler series. I will show you those here in a minute, because I actually did start those this month. My full coverage WIPs. So in my full coverage WIPs, I have 13, and my focus piece for School of Magical Stitches that I declared was Charting Creations Blossom Blade. So that is going to be my full coverage focus piece. And then planned WIPs, I have 30 planned WIPs. Now, there's actually now only 28 because I started 2 of them so far. And there's going to be another couple that I'm starting, like the Animal Crossing Sal and the Grim Guinea Ghost Sal and the Cutting Cross Stitch Sal, Magic Kingdom Sal. We'll have to add the Pixel onto this too. So yeah, there's going to be some other things that I have to add to it. But anyway, I did my WIP album for School of Magical Stitches. So I've declared my focus piece as Charting Creations Blossom Blade. So that is, there's going to be specific School of Magical Stitches challenges relating to your declared focus piece for 2021. So when those pop up, I'll be able to work on that for School of Magical Stitches. But I don't know how active I'm really going to be with all the weekly homework challenges, because it's competitive, and it's competitive this year. So you're going up against other people, and it's going to be more probably geared like Crystal Academy. And I just wasn't enjoying that kind of environment, like the real challenge, actual competing and, digging in and, trying to beat other people out, and cast spells and do all kinds of things like that. I wasn't really enjoying that this year. So I'm probably not going to be nearly as active in School of Magical Stitches, but I will do the focus piece for 2021 and probably help out in a couple of challenges here and there. Yeah. So I created my WIP list and everything. I also created my WIP folder. So, yeah, I've got some whips to show you, and everything like that. But yeah, I have between my full coverage whips. Oh, and I also have so I have planned whips. And the other thing on here are small whips and planned smalls. So for small whips, I have 8 that are currently started, and 21 planned smalls. So I have, if I add up everything, I have close to 100 whips. If I were to start everything on these pages that are planned and everything like that, that would put me at almost 100 whips. So I have a lot going on. I also kind of created a list. I have 5 whips that I added to my list that I did not personally start. These were whips that I picked up at an estate sale. A lady was an avid quilter and an avid cross stitcher. So when I bought her stash of cross stitch stuff, they found me some more stuff and just tacked it on for me. So I actually picked up quite a few works in progress from a lady that had passed away. So don't know much about her other than that she was an avid quilter and a stitcher, and she had a lot of neat stuff. But so that's School of Magical Stitches. Now let me go back to my other thing. Let's see. Crystal Academy, I said I was stepping back. Enchanted stitching challenges, there's been nothing new announced for 2021. Mythological Stitchers challenges, they're doing the Saraswati challenge for 2021. You set a goal to work on or finish a project every month. That is for Mythological Stitchers. Then you have Myth and Magic Stitch Wars. There has been nothing posted for that. The Stitchy quest to destroy the One Ring. They're doing 2021 New Year, New Starts. I posted a question about the rules and dates. I haven't actually seen what they're doing. They're also doing the Rod of Wonder 2021. It's a random number between 1 and X, and you stitch that prompt. They pulled out some PDFs. So their Stitchy quest to destroy the One Ring is doing what's called the Rod of Wonder. There is PDF files in their Facebook group about the event. Virtual Stitchers, I haven't seen anything come up for Virtual Stitchers yet. I'm assuming that 24 Hours of Cross Stitch is going to continue with their acrostics. I indicated Magazine Monthly Challenge Group, Stitchtalk HAED. I imagine they're going to be doing some of the similar things like 100 Days of HAED, where you work on a HAED project, Heaven and Earth Designs project for 100 days straight. And kind of track your progress that way. But I haven't seen anything from that group either. For Stitch Mania, right now, until January 5th, they're doing the 12 Days of Stitchmas, where you stitch based on that day's prompt. So today would be 2 turtle doves, so I think you stitch on something with birds, I'm guessing. Nothing else is posted. Some in the group are doing No New Starts 2021, which means up until the midnight on the 31st this week, they will be starting everything and trying to get at least 200 stitches in for No New Starts 2021, which is also another Facebook group. And basically, you just work on all your whips for 2021. Cross Stitch Frog Busters, I haven't seen anything yet for 2021, nor Cross Stitch Finish Line. So Cunning Cross Stitch, they have the Animal Crossing and the Magic Kingdom stitch-alongs starting in January. The officials Kringles Sal is still ongoing, and the Grim Grinning Ghosts Sal also starts January 1st. And that Grim Grinning Ghost Sal Facebook, it's a Facebook group called the Grim Grinning Ghost Sal, is a stitch-along based on the Haunted Mansion ride at, I want to say Disneyland, but it's the Walt Disney Haunted Mansion ride. Grim Grinning Ghost Sal. School of Magical Stitches has a yearly challenge that starts from January and goes until December. Level 1 info is out now. You're building the cabins, and I'm guessing it's for the Percy Jackson series. So you're doing Zeus, Hera, Poseidon, Demeter, Ares, Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Hephaestus, Aphrodite, Hermes, Dionysus, Hades, Iris, Hypnos, Nemesis, Nike, Hebe, Tyche, and Hecate, or Hecate, however you pronounce that. Anyway, each cabin requires 2,000 stitches and any number of whips. So basically you have 20 cabins to build. So the yearly challenge is out now, level 1, the info is out now. And so I think you have until the end of February to do all those cabins. 24 hours of cross stitch. They've also released their 24-hour stitching marathon dates for 2021. The first 24 hours of cross stitch marathon date is January 22nd to 24th, April 23rd to 25th, July 23rd to 25th, and October 22nd to 24th. So if you join the 24 hours of cross stitch Facebook group, not only will you get the monthly acrostics and the monthly challenge calendars and stuff, you can join in the marathon weekends. So what the 24 hours of cross stitch initially started as was a couple of stitchers decided that they thought it would be kind of fun to stitch for 24 hours straight. No breaks, no sleeping, no 24 hours of cross stitch from a Friday to a Saturday, Friday afternoon to Saturday afternoon, 24 hours of cross stitch. And it kind of blossomed into this thing where they made it 24 hours of cross stitch weekend, where you get to choose 24 hours over the course of a weekend to work on projects, any projects you wanted to work on. You tracked it for one weekend every quarter. And everybody got together, posted projects, posted starts, posted finishes, posted progress, and everybody had fun. It's kind of along the same lines of also having a slumber party, like an online slumber party. Kitten Stitcher, who is I forget her, Prairie Peddler. I don't remember her actual online name, but her YouTube name is Kitten Stitcher. She, a couple years back, I think back in 2017 or 2018, she did the cross stitch sleepover, and it was like a Friday night, Saturday night kind of sleepover thing where everybody Zoomed and hung out, and basically everybody had a slumber party in their own location. Some people got together and had slumber parties, where they just had a big stitching session with a bunch of their friends that had food and stayed in their pajamas and, just did all kinds of stuff. The 24 hours of cross stitch was kind of along the same sort of line, like a pajama party, slumber party kind of cross stitch event. And it's kind of blossomed into its own thing. Now they have the monthly acrostics and all that other stuff. So they still have the quarterly 24-hour marathon where they pick a specific weekend every quarter, and that is the 24 hours of cross stitch marathon weekend. You can choose to do it any way you want. You can pick 24 hours straight. You can pick a couple of hour blocks. You can do so many hours Friday, so many hours Saturday, so many hours Sunday, as long as it comes up to 24 hours or longer. Just stitch all you can. So those are the dates that are coming up. Again, those dates: January 22nd to 24th, April 23rd to 25th, July 23rd to 25th, and October 22nd to 24th. Then there is the No New Starts 2021 group. That is pretty much just it. They're stitching through the zodiac this year. And also December 21st to January 4th is Capricorn. It's an earth sign, so the symbol is the goat, the gemstone is garnet, and the flower is snowdrop carnation. So the first zodiac sign that you are stitching from this week or these last 2 weeks, is for Capricorn. They started a little bit early. You can probably kind of join at your own pace. I imagine if you join after January 4th, you can still do Capricorn, but I don't know if it'll count towards anything for no new starts. But if you're doing no new starts, I applaud you. I'm not doing no new starts. I like to start things. So, yeah. All right. So that is everything I know for 2021. This, like I said, this was going to be a fairly long video. So now I will get into a few things. So, I already showed you Animal Crossing Sal. So one of the other things that I started recently was on December 20th, last Sunday, ABC was showing The Sound of Music. The Sound of Music is my favorite musical, and I have Silver Creek Samplers Sing a Sampler series. This is Do Re Mi. I have all 4 pieces. So to go along with the Sound of Music airing on ABC, I started the Sing a Sampler series, and this is So the middle of the piece is right here. I'm doing it in one long piece, so I got started on So, and it's a needle pulling thread, and the words at the bottom is, when you know the notes to sing, you can sing most anything. So this is notes to sing, and then you can go up under here, and it continues on over here. So this is basically like the middle of the piece. Fa goes here, So goes here. This is essentially the middle. So I'm doing it on one large piece. And the piece of fabric that I'm using, I am stitching this on a piece of Weeks Dye Works Angel Hair 35 count linen. It's an 11 by 36 piece. Weeks Dye Works Angel Hair. And I am doing it in all of the called for Gast Gentle Arts colors. So that is my progress on Sing a Sampler. I haven't really worked on it the rest of this week because I kind of lost my stitchy bug. We've been doing some things and just staying busy with the holiday and stuff. But that is where I'm at on the Sing a Sampler series by Silver Creek Samplers. This is So. Okay. Now the next thing I made progress on, I actually started for the Magazine Monthly Challenge. It was like a winter theme for December. I started Victorian Christmas Eve by Nora Corbett. Victorian Christmas Eve by Nora Corbett. This is from the Cross Stitch and Needlework January 2008 magazine. January 2008 Cross Stitch and Needlework. Victorian Christmas Eve. So I made a start here. It's a little over 200 stitches, so I did make a new start. This is the arm of her dress near the muffler. The muffler comes around here to warm her hands. So this is the arm of her dress right here. And this is just on a piece of natural linen. I've had this linen in my stash for this project in particular. I believe it is the called for linen. I have to look really quick. Tumbleweed linen by Witchelt. It might just be natural linen too. But anyway, I did get the start on Victorian Christmas Eve. So that is why that moved over to my whip list from my planned whips. And I believe that is all the progress I got. I don't know, I don't remember what I've shown you for the Snow Village. I still have not yet finished the middle banner for Snow Village, but that is where I've gotten on Snow Village. This is Country Cottage Needleworks, Snow Village. I've always got the middle done, but yeah, I haven't quite finished it yet. So I may stick with this for a little while in January to kind of get that a little more farther along. And then the last one in my the last piece that I've been working on is the Donna Gelsinger Enchanted Christmas Reindeer by Heaven and Earth Design. And I had very little done on this. I'm working in the upper left corner. It goes that way. I had very little done. Does it go that way? No, it does go this way. This is the way it goes. Yep. This is the upper left corner. So essentially I'm working up here. I'm working up in this corner. I put like 100, probably 120 stitches in it the other night. Filling in here with some of the dark blues. So, yep. And that's all I've been working on. That is my progress. So far, that is my progress for 2021. And I have this in Pattern Keeper. I have this in Pattern Keeper. So I'm using Pattern Keeper to kind of keep track of my stuff. Let's see. What's in here? Okay, so my full coverage project for School of Magical Stitches is Charting Creations Blossom Blade. This is my full coverage focus piece for School of Magical Stitches. Blossom Blade by Max Windy. And that's not it. That's Princess Centipede. So I don't have very much done in this. This is all I've got done. I'm doing this 2/1 tent on a piece of mushroom even weave from Hobby Lobby or Joann's. So that is all I've gotten done. Not very much, all things considered, but yeah. So anyway, I'm not going to show you anything else. I haven't been working on any of these pieces. The only thing I've worked on this month so far is Victorian Christmas Eve and the Sing a Sampler series. That's pretty much it. So yeah, I don't really have much progress to show you other than that. And that kind of wraps it up for this week. So, sometime in early 2021, I will kind of do a WIP parade and kind of show you where I'm at on some things. You just saw a couple of my WIPs, but I will do another full WIP parade to kind of start off 2021 so you get the idea. I will use my School of Magical Stitches WIP list as a guide to kind of walk you through my planned WIPs and everything like that. So be looking for that probably sometime in January. And other than that, I really don't have a whole lot to say. So this week is going to be kind of busy as I kind of prepare, finish my prep for 2021 and getting my Stitchy spaces started and ready for stitching January 1st on Friday, and just kind of getting some things done. So that's all I really have for you. I hope you have a good Stitchy week. And we'll see you sometime in 2021. Keep on keeping on, because that's all we can do. Until next time, and we'll talk to you soon. All right, bye now. So hi again, YouTube and FlossTube friends. This is Tina Frazier with a little quick update. So I wanted to also include some new haul that I have gotten in the last couple of weeks since my last video. It's nothing really major, but I had mentioned the Pixel 2021 that is coming up January 1st. I have the information. So you can see it's kind of Tetris based. This is the SAL that's done by Pixel Prime, Cross Stitch, and Pixel Art. That is based on Super Nintendo or Nintendo games, Nintendo video games. So, the frame was released December 1st. Installments will be released Monday on the 1st, starting January 1st, with an additional personalizable section coming up at an unspecified time during the year. The project is 247 stitches by 271 stitches and consists of 31,644 total stitches. The suggested fabric is anything other than white or black, as there are lots of black and white stitches. Think of Nintendo color palettes. All of the previews will show a gray background, and that's what the person who created it stitched on. So they have put out the floss list. So we have the floss list here. And it tells us what months those colors will be in, and also if it's the frame or not. As I said before, the frame is out, and I don't have my information or my pattern with me here. Let me see. Hold on just a minute, please. All right, so as I was saying, the Pixel 2021 from Pixel Prime, Cross Stitch, and Pixel Art is a Nintendo-inspired stitch-along, and here is what the frame looks like. So it's actually in color. There's lots of really nice Nintendo colors, but you can see here that January, the first square is the bottom right corner down here. So this is kind of what you're looking at. So if you're interested in something nerdy to stitch, there is the Animal Crossing cell stitch along by Cutting Cross Stitch, where the frame is out now, and then there's the Pixel 2021. You can actually go to Pixel Prime crossstitch.blogspot.com to get more information on the stitch along. All the links and all the PDF files are on this blog down here for Pixel Prime, so you can get the information there. I am also including the link to the Facebook group in the description box below. And as you can see, I have the magazine monthly challenge printouts for the theme. The theme for January is New Year. The January acrostic is Affirm. And then I also have printed out for the magazine monthly challenge the January bingo pop-up challenge prompts. So these are all the pop-up challenge prompts for bingo for monthly magazine challenge. This is different than WIPGO, and it is also different than, I think it's Full Coverage Fanatics is also doing a bingo. One of the other groups is also doing a bingo. Anyway, but this is different than WIPGO. WIPGO lasts all year, and you only pick 2 numbers. This one is going on through the month, and the goal, I think, is to stitch 100 stitches. So I'm going to have to write the information down and stick this in my planner. But I wanted you to mainly see the frame for the Pixel Prime Nintendo thing. And this is what it's going to be like. So, that being said, I went ahead and got some fabric for the Pixel Pixel, because I was going to use my Picture This Plus shale that I had, but it's only an 18 by 27, and I needed a bigger piece of fabric than what they had. So last weekend, I went to my local needle workshop here in town, Cross My Heart, and picked up some 40 count fabric. I picked up a fat quarter, And I got Newcastle Vintage Mocha Linen, 40 count. So here is my Vintage Mocha Linen for the Pixel. It's rather large, but it's a lot longer than I need. So, yeah, I'll be able to use this pretty handily. And it's going to be in a brown. So one side of this linen, so this is like the non-mottled side. And you can see this side has modeling to it. So I'm going to be using the mottled side. It's like one side is painted. So this will be the side that I'll be using for the cell. And I will definitely probably be starting somewhere here at the top, like go down 3 or 4 inches from the top and just put it on here. Because that way, or I may make that the bottom. I haven't decided yet which way I'm going to go. Maybe I'll just do 3 inches up from the bottom, but I need to serge the fabric before I get started on it. So that will be one of my plans this week, to get the fabric serged so it's ready to go and I can get the corner started, because I actually want to get stitching down here in the corner so I can kind of fill in the January as I go. And then if I get January done, depending on how big January is, and how much detail it is, I'm going to actually be working on, I have to get up here into, to go all the way up the side. So I'll probably go all the way up this side to get to the February one, so I can get to February. And then I'll fill in kind of April and kind of get over to March, so I can kind of fill March in. But once I get the January filled in, March and April should be fairly easy to fill in. May should be fairly easy to fill in. But yeah, I'll kind of work my way up the side to get to February. So I may actually start stitching in this corner and work down, just do the blocks all the way down, and get to January, the corner for January. I'm kind of excited to see what this turns out to be. But yeah, so it's another nerdy cross stitch. And yes, I changed locations because my laptop battery had died while I was eating dinner, and so I needed to come down. But here is my fabric. It is a 40 count Newcastle Vintage Mocha Linen, and I got a fat quarter. So I'm looking forward to stitching on that. It should be kind of fun. It's a kind of a warm mottled brown tan color, so I'm looking forward to that. So that is my fabric for Pixel, and yep. So what did I do with that? No, not there. All right. Well, I was looking for a thing. All right, I don't have it. So I got one of the other things I got at Cross My Heart was the beads for. I want to say this is the beads for pumpkin swirl. Some of the more of the beads, the 03021 beads that I need for pumpkin swirl from Glendon Place. I don't even know what that's doing here. All right, so there's that. So we have Pixel Prime. I've got to serge the fabric and get that done. I also have to serge the fabric for the Animal Crossing sale and get that done. So one of the other things I received in the last week or two was the World of Cross Stitching magazine. This one is the issue 301 Christmas 2020. There's a couple of really cute things in here. One of the things I'm really interested in is this gnome right here. I'm not necessarily a huge gnome fan. I think gnomes are cute, and I would put them up if I had some. But let me get to the, so terribly cute. So it's called the Homestead Guardian. So it's the Homestead Guardian, and this is what he looks like. Look how cute this is, you guys. So you basically stitch his body. They have the beard underneath the
fur beard stitched, and the nose is stitched. The nose is stitched separately and attached on if you would do the beard, but the beard underneath here is actually charted if you want to stitch it instead. But I'm probably going to end up stitching this for my friend Michelle. Michelle is a hospice care aide, or a hospice chaplain, rather. She's a hospice chaplain with Ohio Health here in Columbus, and she really loves gnomes. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be stitching this and giving it to Michelle. She is the handbell choir director at my church, and we've become really great friends. She's helped me out through a lot of situations in the last couple of years since I've known her. And yeah, so I'm probably going to end up stitching this for my friend Michelle. It's really cute. They also give you the finishing instructions on how to turn it into a floor standee to be a doorstop. There are a couple other really neat little patterns in here that I thought was kind of cool. Get to a couple of them. I'm not going to do a flip through because other people have done flip throughs. This was kind of an interesting idea. Capture the magic of Christmas Eve with a box of gifts, personalized and decorated with a Scandi style design. So this is kind of Scandinavian. Basically, you stitch the box topper, put it on a box, and fill it with stuff for Christmas. I thought that was kind of a neat idea. Those rocking horses are really cute. Let's see what else. This Silent Night was really cute too. All is bright. Let your Christmas cheer shine with this sumptuous stitch, which is small but perfectly formed for the season. Look at those cardinals and the birds. Silent Night. I thought that was kind of neat. All right. And I believe that was kind of all I wanted to show you. Yeah. Oh, so the Let It Snow, the Frosty Ideas, chill out and enjoy stitching these wonderful wintry designs. There's some really cute things in here. Like, look at that snowman right here with the tall hat, the bookmark. Look at that. Let It Snow. There's just some really cute things in this magazine issue. Look at that mug warmer. Yeah. There's some really cute things. A lot of these patterns were designed by Doreen Jones. And there's a lot of really cute patterns that isn't pictured, stitched in this issue of the magazine. So if you really like gnomes, go for the gnome. Really, it's a really big pattern and it's pretty detailed. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool things in here that I would probably end up stitching. They have a couple of Hanukkah patterns, a Happy Thanksgiving pattern, a dog, some little teaching you how to make cluster blocks. There's a master class on how to do cluster blocks, which is a hardanger stitch. Different holidays for whatever you may stitch. So, Kwanzaa, there's a Kwanzaa, a Hanukkah, Thanksgiving, solstice blessings. Yep. So, yeah, all kinds of stuff. So this is a pretty good magazine. I really like the gnome piece, and I'm probably going to end up stitching it for my friend Michelle. So, hopefully she's not watching. I don't think she watches my channel, but if she does, surprise. But yeah. All right, so that I got this issue of The World of Cross Stitch, and then yesterday I found this in the mailbox. The new issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine, February 2021, came out. Look at this design. This is really pretty. This is Nordic, in the Nordic style. It's really pretty. Got to do something really quick. So sorry, I just had to block out my address. I don't know if you'll get it, but there you go. Anyway, so this is a Nordic design. That was really pretty. This magazine has a lot of really pretty things in it, and I'm probably going to end up stitching a couple of things out of here. One of the things you'll notice, Garon Stitchery has an ad on page 7. So congratulations to Garon Stitchery for having an ad in the Just Cross Stitch magazine. This one is called Winter Stitching. I thought this was really cute. Look at the snowflakes and stuff. I thought that was really cute. So, Ski In was really kind of cute too. You don't always see a ski lift in stitching, so that's kind of cool. This next one is one my mom actually really liked. I may stitch it, and we both may stitch it. One of the other things is I thought maybe this could turn into a really pretty diamond painting. So everything basically from the sunset down is stitched. The sky above is not. Warm glow of home. And there's very little back stitching in it. This one is cute. This is by Rona Nori. Let It Snow. Isn't that cute? Again, I'm not going to do a full walkthrough. My Eternal Love. And this just popped out of my book. You can see. It just popped out of my book. Sorry. My Eternal Love. Mine. Love Lives Here. I think if I did this, I would change the colors and not make them so bright. I'd probably use variegated floss, hand-dyed floss, to do this one and make it more muted, but that is really cute. And if you're into gnomes, there's more gnomes, the lovely gnomes down there, really cute. Coffee House Love Collection. This is really neat. I may end up stitching this teacup one. You Are Terrific, for my sister-in-law. She drinks a lot of tea. This one was really pretty too. Lovebirds. Look at that. That fabric is gorgeous. That fabric is just absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, Lovebirds, that's really pretty too. There's quite a few things in here that I would actually consider stitching. This is a good issue, I'm thinking. So, yep. And they also started part 1 of my Quaker Christmas sampler. So part 1 is in here. Yep. So that's what I know. That is the February 2021 Just Cross Stitch magazine, if you're interested. And that is pretty much all the haul I have. So I will leave it there. And as I said before, well, as I will say coming up, because I'm going to insert this in the video that I recorded earlier today. Yeah, so we'll see you soon. All right, take care. Hi again, this is Tina Frazier. It's Sunday, December 26th, a little bit later in the evening. I'm also adding another really quick video here. I'm going to show you some clips of our house on Christmas Eve. Our neighborhood, we put out luminaries on the roadways in our neighborhood. And since we are new to the neighborhood, I went and participated and got some luminaries and put them out. So you can see me, us finishing up putting out the luminaries on Christmas Eve and just kind of see some pictures of the snow. All right, enjoy. Bye.
Yeah, so we're putting luminaries out. It's Christmas Eve. It's This is the luminaries in front of our house. There's our house. Hey Dylan, thank you for helping. But there's the luminaries down the front of our street, or front of our house. The ones here on the front in the bags are lit with candles. The ones lining our driveway that Dylan's walking up now are lit with little flickering tea lights. So they look like they're gonna walk across the street. You stand over here so you can see. Yep. Tea light. The one by the mailbox is having a hard time staying lit, but the two on the end are having a hard time too. But we put luminaries out. I think the tea lights are working well. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. But anyway, we have luminaries out, and it is snowing here in Columbus, so here goes the neighbor. So we put luminaries out, you guys, in the snow. It's cold out here. It's only supposed to be 20 degrees tomorrow here in Columbus. It's really cold, but yeah. So we put luminaries out. Hope you like them. Merry Christmas.
So hi again. For 2020, everybody has been kind of affected in some way, shape, or form by the pandemic. In this holiday season, my husband and I did something kind of fun. So we moved to this new neighborhood earlier this year to live in a bigger house with my mom. And the neighborhood is kind of eclectic. We live in a suburb of Columbus called Minerva Park. And the neighborhood is really kind of nice. We've been getting to know our neighbors. We live on a dead-end street, so the only people that come down the street are the people that live here and the people that visit the people that live here. And there is a house behind one of the businesses on our street corner that has a metal Sasquatch statue thing in their yard. When we first moved in, it was in their backyard, kind of along the back. They had a jungle gym for their son, and it was kind of standing up against the jungle gym in the backyard. And we noticed it, and then it moved, and we're like, oh, they move it around. So it's this big, tall Sasquatch. It's well over 6 feet tall because it's much taller than my husband. And we'd been thinking a long time since we first saw it, and that it moved to a tree that's right along the street, so you can see him as you're pulling onto the street into the neighborhood. And he's kind of walking, like he's kind of in motion, almost like he's walking to the street, but you see him almost plain as day. You look up and bam, there he is, right? So my husband and I, we've been thinking, since they moved him to the tree like September-ish, they moved him to the front tree so you can see him from the street. We wanted to do something kind of fun. We didn't know the neighbors. We hadn't yet really met them. And we'd been wanting to do this for a while, and we couldn't figure out what we wanted to do. We wanted to give him something, to decorate him, make him feel a little festive. So sometime after Thanksgiving, we were talking with our immediate neighbor. His name is Kellen. We were talking with Kellen, and we asked him if he knew the neighbors at the beginning of the street that had the Sasquatch. And he's like, well, I kind of know who they are. I mean, we're not really good friends or anything. We don't go out to dinner and all that. He said, but why? What were you asked? What, what's going on? And we were like, well, they have that Sasquatch. He goes, yeah, we've been thinking about getting them a Santa hat. So Kellen's like, I think you should do it, whether or not they're going to like it. Because the least, the worst thing they can do is say, oh my God, and then take it down and throw it out. But he thought we should do it. So my husband and I put our plan in action, and we spread a little holiday cheer of our own. So the Monday after Thanksgiving, I believe it was December 5th. I don't know. When was it? December 14th. It was December 14th. So it wasn't after Thanksgiving. It was after Thanksgiving, but it was a couple of weeks before Christmas. And we went out, my husband and I, we bought a inexpensive Santa hat when we were out shopping, and we decided to go give Sasquatch a Santa hat. And let's just say it was wonderfully well received. So I will share a picture of our spreading a little Christmas cheer in our neighborhood a couple of weeks before Christmas. Yeah, so you can get the full picture of it, and really kind of get to enjoy it. But anyway, so it was very well received, and he's still wearing the Santa hat to this day. So I will post a picture of the Facebook post that they posted to our community Facebook group, and also a picture of Dylan putting the hat on Harry the Sasquatch. Here in a bit. Here we go. So I hope you really like that little bit of Christmas cheer that we gave our neighborhood. We're just really happy. We're fitting in pretty well. We really like the neighborhood here, so it's been really good. Hope you guys have had a great holiday, and continue watching. So I just keep adding more and more to this video. This video is going to be kind of long. So I kind of wanted to jump in and add some information about the Stitching Book Club, which is the link to the Facebook group is listed below in my list of sales and whatnot going on. But they have released, yesterday they released the books that they are reading and stitching with for 2020. So the 4 titles that they are stitching in 2020, I believe it's quarterly. The first one is Sense and Sensibility. The second one is Little Women. The third one is The Great Gatsby. And the fourth one, which they got special permission and special copyright permission for creating the pattern for, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So if any of those 4 books interest you, I urge you to go to the Stitching Book Club and join the group. All right. And the one person that started the Stitching Book Club, she comes up with patterns for the books. And you read the books, and there's also a book discussion as you stitch along with the patterns that she releases. So if you're looking forward to that, that is something cool. I may be reading 1, 2, or maybe all 4 of the books this next year. I've already read The Great Gatsby and The Little Women. I might have read part of Sense and Sensibility, I don't know, but I read Little Women in high school and also The Great Gatsby. So I'm kind of looking forward to getting back in and rereading those, and also getting into The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. So yeah, there's that, and that is the Stitching Book Club on Facebook. Thanks. So I'm about done editing. I'm just adding this last little bit here to the video. I hope you've liked everything I've shared with you today. It's been kind of an adventure putting this video together, but I hope you guys are having some very good holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate this time of year. There's a lot of them going on. We've had a Merry Christmas. We're hoping for a very happy New Year and looking forward to everything that 2021 will bring us. And hopefully everything will, start to look up for everybody this next year. Looking forward to getting the vaccine in 2021 and everything else. Looking forward to staying healthy and making some new goals and getting some new things accomplished for 2021. So that being said, I hope everybody stays safe. Please wear your masks, stay healthy, stay warm, and just stay happy. Try and look for the positive things and do things that make you happy, because you're only here on this earth a certain amount of time, and tomorrow is not. You don't know if you'll be here tomorrow or not. So just take every minute and live it to the fullest, and hopefully we'll see you next year. All right, everybody, take care, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.